What's going on, guys? ShadowNinja here, and in this video I want to talk about my impressions on the overall execution of Echoes so far. I think the story in itself is fine. I'm enjoying it. It seems solid. I'm excited to see where these Echoes little thing go on to tell, and Revenant and Heresy and things like that. But the execution and the delivery of the episode so far is worth talking about. Before we get into those details, if you guys enjoyed this content, please consider hitting that subscribe button and bell to be notified when I do drop more content. But with that being said, let's jump in and give you guys some thoughts on Echoes. So one of my biggest complaints right now about Echoes and just the whole episodic thing is the overall execution and how much it differs from a season. And if you guys have noticed, it doesn't really differ so much on the initial release schedule of episodes. It's going to mirror the seasonal, weekly narrative, but even probably more time gated than we're used to. The reason I say that is that it probably won't give us majority of the seasonal parts in the entire acts. So I expect the first 3 to 4 weeks to have some sort of story beats, this next act having 3 to 4 weeks of story beats, and then the final one either having a week or two of story beats. And as you guys can imagine, that is really frustrating for a episode that kind of seemed like it was Bungie doing content dumps for us. So they were going to give us act 1 of a story, act 2 of a story, and act 3 of a story all at once when the acts came out, and then the other weeks were filled with other updates, other content, and things like that. That's not really the case right now. And I do think the story being time gated like it did with the season is really what people did not want to see. I mean, I'm going to check back in. I'm going to play every week, whether or not it's time gated or not. And I know that, with the good standing Destiny has been in now with the release of Into the Light leading into the final shape, delivering beyond beliefs, it was kind of confusing to see the same old execution model for something that was marketed as something brand new. Weapons being time gated, I don't think I feel, against that. My only complaint against that is I rather just, again, it be in content dumps. So give me 4, give me 2. But I don't know. It is a weird one. It is weird that the story in itself I am all into. I want to see the whole Vex stuff. I want to see who the villain is. I think I know who it is. If you guys paid attention to the Micah 10 stuff, there's a name mentioned that was connected to Lightfall. There is some solid stuff in the background, I guess you could say. But the foreground right now, with how it's being executed, I do think it's gonna need some changing. Maybe it's just an act 1 thing. This is tied to, too close to the expansion. They want to give us some breathing room to finish the expansion. And then, when they fully focus in on episodes with Revenant and Heresy, then yeah, we're going to get some of that content dump. Maybe we're going to get a little bit more content because there is a different, I guess you could say, requirement needed when a new seasonal drop or update drops, a couple months after an expansion or half a year after an expansion, stuff like that. But overall, I will say I am kind of disappointed with the overall execution. I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on it. I think the seasonal activity is fine. I think the weapons and the loot are incredible and worth chasing. But besides that, it's the time gated of the story is a big problem for me, and I do feel like it's just, why do we call it episodes? Just call it seasons and just say we're doing 3 seasons instead of 4 seasons. But with that being said, curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this little topic. Again, I don't think it's going to be a massive hindrance on like how I feel about the story, but like Lightfall, the execution is a big thing, and it does seem that right off the bat, the execution of Echoes is not really on par with the execution of the final shape. But that's just my thoughts. If you guys, like I said before, share your thoughts down below. If you guys also enjoyed this little discussion, this little video, whatever it may be, drop this video a like, helps out the video a ton. And like I said earlier, if you guys want more content from me, we have tons of stuff planned with the Realm of Destiny and other stuff. Definitely hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified when I do drop that content. But until then, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. That's all I got for this one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.